Out half an hour ago, I've had terrible energies stop me from coming on, and I've had to come on. I wanted to come out on Friday on Twitch, but I've had my own personal stuff going on with a three-piece suite. I got stuck, like something off a scene from Friends, you know, like when Ross is shouting pivot, pivot, pivot. The bloody whole thing, the new three-piece suite, got stuck in my hallway between the staircase going into the lounge, and I was trapped. And who in the right minds, I mean, don't get us wrong, they were lovely guys, but what company would send out a guy who's nearly 7 foot and a guy who's barely 5 foot is beyond me. But the three-piece suite was like that, and he couldn't lift it any further. Anyway, we got it in eventually, after he said that he was going to have to take my door and my window out, but I got it in. And of course, I've just, just daily stuff stressing us out. But it's been a horrible week, and my heart's been with you all, and I had to come out tonight, because I'm going to be busy this week, and obviously I do go on to Twitch as well, do afternoon shows there on there now, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more intel on that. But I had to come out tonight because there's things I want to say, and we're living in such heavy times on earth. And I do feel it's biblical. So I thought, right, I'm going to scrap the crystal ball tonight. I'm going to scrap the tarot cards. And I'm just going to work directly as a medium with what's coming through. It's been a horrible week, hasn't it? So I'll wait for you to come on. And I want to say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you all are around the world. This is your Psychic LJ reporting from the United Kingdom. And I just want to say it's been one hell of a week, hasn't it? A horrible week. And I really don't know where to start. I think we're all gobsmacked about what's happened to Charlie Kirk. It's horrible. And then you had that young Ukrainian girl. That kid that was all blocked from coming out on the news. I just think we're living in biblical times. I really do. I've been putting the odd post out on Facebook what I felt about the whole situation. And I do feel that I'm beginning to think the media is the beast. I really do, because it feeds you so, it divides you so cleverly. And there's been a lot of Brits, I don't think Americans, but a lot of Brits and other people around the world who've discovered Charlie since this. And we avoided Charlie because of what the media was saying. But I do believe it's a distraction. Yes, you're right, Crystal. But nevertheless, tonight I want to do a minute's silence for Charlie when everybody comes on, for Charlie's family, for his wife, his family's children. And everybody who's in this audience, we know what it's like to experience grief. It's horrific. Being a medium, there's different, grief is grief. That's it. But when you lose your soulmate, oh my God. And I've got friends and family and followers and clients who have lost their soulmates. It's horrible. Through illness or accident. But through murder is on another level. It's on another level. And, the loved ones always want to know what they went through on them last hours. How did they feel? I don't know if it's appropriate to talk about that tonight, because this is about the poor man's not even, had his funeral yet. I don't even know when that is. But it's quite a big thing. So I need to touch upon it tonight, but also where politics is going into the future in the United States of America. And I want to see what comes through for the UK as well, after we've had this big march protest, which seemed to go really well. In the UK, there was millions there. And this is something what is interesting, what Maggie Motherall's put on Twitch. Was it Maggie? Somebody put, it's flying up very quickly. Anyway, somebody put that it's his light. I think when you're on that Christ, you're into Christ consciousness and all of that, and then you realise that big light's gone. It's a big light. And we're all part of the collective, aren't we, when we're on that level? It's just a horrible situation. There'll be people in this audience who've also suffered their own grief, like myself. And when you're seeing something so horrific like that, it triggers you. We're only human at the end of the day. So you've probably been triggered as well by your own grief. I know I have with my brother Paul. I mean, obviously that didn't happen to Paul, my brother, but it was a sudden thing, you know. But grief is grief. And I've seen the videos and the photographs of what Marilyn Planet has put here of Erica, his dear wife, bent over in grief, holding his hand in the coffin. It's just horrific. And it will bring it back a lot for you who've done that yourself. It's horrible. But the veil is so thin, isn't it? It's so thin. And because he's so much in the public eye, it's like we all want to come together and support Erica. And I can't get psychics who, I'm not trying to pull anybody down, but people who are like possibly on the left or far left, who didn't like Charlie, but can't give, I honestly think you're not spiritual if you can't see feel some remorse for what this poor woman's going through. You'd have to have a heart of stone, wouldn't you? You'd have to have a heart of stone. So I'm going to wait for a few more to come in. And we are going to start. And I'm going to start tonight with prayers. And for prayers for Charlie's wife and his family. But then also anybody else in this audience who is going through similar or is traumatized with grief. Okay? And I don't care if it's been yesterday or 30 years ago. Right? I do believe when you're suffering that badly, I don't believe it leaves you. You know, when people say, oh, time's a great healer, it doesn't. It just, you learn how to walk through it. It's the only way I can describe it. The pain doesn't go away. You just learn how to deal with it, how to walk through it. Does that make sense? And then we're going to have a minute I want to do a minute silence for him. Like I said, I didn't even know much about him. And then I've sat and watched a few of his podcasts. What a clever, clever young man. 31. What could he have achieved? What could he have achieved? There was a bigger force out there what wanted him out. I'm going to ring the bell as well, yes. I'll ring the bell. And for everybody who needs healing, because it's not just about Charlie and his family. It's about, like I said, it's about grief is grief. And I do feel, I've been triggered. I bet you have been triggered. Last night I was that traumatized I didn't even want to go on and have a little look because it was just setting us off again. And of course, there'll be people in this audience as well who've possibly seen the footage of his assassination, and it's not nice. And it's something that you can't get out of your head. It's not nice. It's like JFK all revisited. It's horrible. I do believe they were afraid of what he could achieve. What a charming, charming young man. Yeah? And I'm so bloody angry, right? And it's not that I hated him or anything like that. It's just I just avoided watching his podcasts. You know, he was like painted out by the media as some sort of far-right bloody trans-hating monster when it wasn't the case. Oh my God, he was just... I just think that we're being so tricked, and I just want to express how I feel, really. I mean, could he have gone all the way to being a future president? It's possible. And I think that what we're going to see, let me get a cup of tea. It's really affected us, right? Really affected us. And like I said, it triggered everything with my brother Paul and anything, even if you've lost an animal, you know what I mean? Grief is grief. And I knew that you were all suffering. I knew this is why I had to come on tonight. Sometimes, it's so overwhelming. Sometimes you just want to go and hide away. But you just have to look, don't you? You just have to look to see what's happening. He knew too much. And he was rising quick. And as Erica said in her speech, it's not the end. This is a holy war. It really is. It really, really is. But anyway, nevertheless, I've been watching some of his videos, and I just, he was so funny. He was so humorous. And what we're going to experience at Charlie's funeral is there's going to be so many famous people there and podcasters. I presume there's going to be Candice Owens and all of them lot. They're all going to be there. You know what I mean? It's going to be very interesting. A very interesting day. What a cruel, cruel world we are living in. And I was getting that song before I come on, and I was trying to come on. I was having trouble with my internet. Was remember that song from the 80s? Where are all the good men gone? Do. I mean, I can't bloody sing, but you know what I mean? And they're taking all the good men away. Maybe Charlie was needed for the other side. Like I said, I'm putting the tarot cards to the side tonight. I'm going to just go straight into remote viewing, prophecies, and just leave it raw. It's going to be very raw tonight. And it doesn't matter. I'm noticing there's some people putting like things in the audience about what they thought of him. The thing is, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what his views were. Nobody deserved that. Nobody. He had a big following of the younger generation. He must have been doing something right. Right, let's put my cup of tea there. I like what Queen Monda's put here. I think it happened to shake the planet. Maybe it will knock a sense into a lot of people. There'll be many of you in the audience who've lost loved ones, and you well, I got angry with God. Like, why would you take such a good man? Why would you do this when there's horrible, beastly people running around doing awful things to kids, and they're getting away with it? And I don't have all the answers. I'm just a messenger. I really don't have all the messages. But I went into trance the other night. I'm not going to bring him through tonight. I don't think it's appropriate. But I did see him in spirit smiling. I tried to zone in. And I talked about it before, the tunnel, where everybody goes through the tunnel to go up and through into the heavens. I sort of seen him smiling. And I got very, very strong, and that he didn't feel anything. It was that quick. I mean, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying this is fact. This is what I got from Spirit as a medium, that it was that quick that he didn't feel anything. That's what I felt. So maybe that might give anybody who knew him, if they're ever listening, some comfort. It was quick. And remember, the same 5 minutes before death, before you go over, doesn't change your personality. He would have been shocked, like he probably didn't even realise he had passed. So they would have had to explain to him. I'm going to do what I can tonight and see what's coming through for the United States of America and the future for everything. Right? What we're covering tonight. I'm just reading some of your comments here. So Marilyn believes that he left his body quickly as well. So, okay. So, I mean, I've heard some crazy things. I've heard people saying that it didn't even happen, and it's a load of bloody shit. Do you know what I mean? Of course it bloody happened. Does that mean that everybody on the internet's all in on it for acting? You know what I mean? This is real, this. You know what I mean? And it's serious. It's serious because if that can happen to Charlie, I mean, it's happened to children. It's happened in schools. It's a big thing what's happening at the minute. But politics is a dangerous thing, and not just in the US. It's dangerous everywhere. I mean, look what happened with the recent people in Germany, because, you know, I don't feel they were natural, what happened to them. And then you've had other politicians around the world who have suddenly passed. Wasn't there a guy once in Japan? Something happened to him. He was assassinated. I mean, it happens all over. And then she was called Joan. I can't think what her surname was. It was a Labour candidate in the UK, and she was murdered as well. It's dangerous now, politics. It's dangerous. Okay, so for new people coming in, if you are needing prayers for this, or for it's triggered you with your own grief, or you're just going, you might not even, I mean, there might be people out there who don't even know about the situation, but I think the majority will know what's going on. But even if you're just needing prayers for healing, or you're suffering with grief, write the name in the comments section and you will, or you're just worried about anything, just write the name, or anybody, write the name in the comments section, or the person or the persons, and you will receive the healing that you need. This is like a live spiritualist church. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, let me get a cup of tea. Just going to take it from there, okay? And we're going to do a minute's silence for him as well. Okay, where's my little bell? I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf. Got all the animal spirits coming in tonight. That's that noise. A2I. Me hearing spirit, and Ra. Anybody who would like to come forth from the spirit world to give us any true answers tonight, or to help us through these excuse me, to help us through these troubled times on earth. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. Please try and be respectful in the audience, please. Like I say, it doesn't matter if you liked him or you didn't like him. We all need to come together tonight, because, you know, the darkness out there once we're divided, really, really does. And I think we're all suffering and struggling to a certain degree, aren't we? If you can see my cat, I'm going to show you a picture of her before we start. She is so bloody cute today. I went to a pet shop with my daughter-in-law this afternoon, and I got her a little jumper, and I'm going to go, she suits it so much. It was like for extra small, like for little chihuahuas, and it fitted her. So I'm going to go back and get her some little Christmas jumpers and that. There she is. She's got her little Fair Isle jumper on. Doesn't she look cute? There's another one of her. She's so tiny, you know. She's hilarious. She's so cute. Very strong-minded mind for being a tiny little cat. The other one's a really big girl, you know. And she's got thick fur, so the only reason I put little tops on her is, if people are wondering, it's not because I'm being cruel or anything. I'm not somebody who really likes to dress up animals. It's because this protects Zizi. She's got ulcerated dermatitis, and it's something that she's going to have all her life, and she has to learn to live with it, and she has flare-ups. So I went down the natural route in the end to get her better. So her fur's coming in, because she had pulled a lot of her fur out last year, and her fur's all coming in. She's got a little bald patch on the back of her neck now, but just to protect it, because sometimes she still has a little scratch now and then, I'll put little jumpers on her or t-shirts or whatever, and it just stops her catching her skin while the fur's growing in. But she actually likes it because she's so used to it. She's only 2. This has been going on since she's been 1, or just before she hit 1. And today when I put her little jumper on, she was purring. So she liked it because it's like nice and soft and woolly. And they like to keep warm, cats, don't they? So there you go. So like I say, she hasn't got a flare-up, touch wood. And she's... but it's just something I've just got to keep an eye on her, yeah? But there you go. Okie dokie. So, I think we'll start. Let me get a cup of tea. I think we need to start with prayers for Erica, Kirk, and our family, for Charlie. Prayers for Charlie, and then I'm just going to take it from there. Prayers for everybody in the audience who is also struggling with grief. And then we are going to say prayers for Earth, for justice, for free speech, and to stop all this wickedness what's happening. Okay. Okay. We all gather here tonight, today, to send our love and thoughts out to Erica Kirk and her family and her children for the loss of Charlie Kirk, and that his soul has crossed over, which I believe he has, into the spirit realm, and it is peace. And he is at peace. We ask in her darkest hours that she is comforted, and that she will be protected through this awful situation. To everybody in the audience tonight who is struggling also with grief, or maybe has been triggered by this awful situation, that I also send and ask the angels to send you healing for your difficult time in your grief. I ask Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael and Uriel to comfort everybody tonight who is struggling with grief. I ask that Erica Kirk has all the angel protection around her, for her and her children, and that they guide her to do the right thing, which I believe she will, and protect her from all evil. May everybody in this audience tonight who is struggling with grief in these dark hours, knowing that your loved ones are still with you. Remember, we are spiritual beings in a meat suit. We are multi-dimensional beings, and our spirits do not die. Our bodies may go to dust, but our spirits live on. We are all part of Source, God's Source. They may try and gag us and target us and take us down, but we are all from God. We stand strong. We stand with love in our hearts, and we will not be afraid. We all need to understand that everybody has different views, and it has become very dark with divide to do with politics, and that we all need to understand that people need to express themselves, but we also need to respect each other. God did not intend for us to be all right or all left. This is part of a human experiment. That's what I'm being given. And we will all come together one day and be purple. We are ironing out our indifferences. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. For your great work, and your name will carry on. I believe through his wife, Erica Kirk, and also through people who loved him. There is a great light that has left this planet, and for some of us, we did not know how strong his light was. But it is a reflection, what Charlie was doing, is how we all can be. We can all come together, and we can all understand each other. May the blood of Jesus Christ protect everybody who is suffering from grief. And that they may all find comfort in the arms of Jesus. Now, if you want, you can light a candle, or we can just all sit in silence and have a minute's silence. And this is for peace, for world peace, and for Charlie. We hear you. We honour you. If anything, take his courage, because he was an advocate for free speech. And we can never let them take that away. Never. It's so important. Let's have a minute's silence now. We all pray now for world peace. We pray that all wars will be stopped, all famine, all suffering, and all the injustice that has been happening throughout our lands. And that child trafficking will be stopped, human trafficking, cruelty towards animals, old people and children. That we are all protected from domestic abuse. That we are all protected from evil. That we all walk tonight with a cloak of protection around us all. And we send blessings out to everybody. We are now, as a human race, at a point of no return. We know too much. We also know that some things are very too obvious what's actually happening, isn't it? It's too obvious. But there is a world that we do not understand. There is a world that is being held back from us. Sometimes it's better that ignorance is bliss. May Charlie's words never be forgotten. Let's hope that peace on earth comes from tonight in this circle of light. We ask that everybody in this circle of light and who is listening may receive healing and blessings. We are struggling on this planet. Many of us are barely getting by, trying to pay our bills. And it's like the evil's ramped up, isn't it? They've turned it up. Everyone's feeling like we're in a pressure cooker at the moment. It's ready to go pop, massive pop. Things are not what it seems. It appears that they have the culprit. I'm going to be very careful how I say this, okay? It appears that they have the culprit what did this to him. Right, okay? But I believe that there's more to it. I believe that there is more than one person involved. And I just want to go back to that there is a world that we do not understand. And it goes beyond anything that we could ever imagine. Now, is it a case that this person is involved? Yes, but there's more to it than it. There's more to it. Is the mind control involved or what? I really don't know. But all I know is that it's not as simple as just somebody's come along and done that. I definitely feel that there was something going on with mind control or something else going on. There's definitely more than meets the eye to it. Will the truth ever come out? I have to try and be very respectful here, for people who are involved, family members and that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. But what I do know is that, I know this sounds really strange what I'm going to say. Charlie knew he was on a roll. And it was his life's mission. And it was part of his soul contract that he would be doing what he was doing. In his soul contract, his higher self knew that he was going to leave the planet quickly. He didn't consciously know it, he just sort of knew, his higher self knew it. So there's a bigger picture. I believe that he signed a soul contract to be there, to be in that situation, to help to awaken humanity. So sometimes, how can I put this? Light angels, it's all good force, bad force, isn't it? So the light allowed the darkness to happen to help the awakening type of thing. But my investigated head, okay, my head, what does the remote viewing, what I do every day for psychic readings, is tell me that there's more than meets the eye. Okay. What have I got? This is Prophecies tonight. This is just, I'm not asking, I'm just receiving. Hiya, Judy. Was this planned? Yes, it was planned. Definitely planned. Okay, I've got Jed here. I've got Jed here, a Native American spirit guide. Good evening, Jed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jed from the Sis Tribe. I am here to spread my message for Earth, for humanity. There is a great unrest happening across the United States of America and beyond the globe. It is the cancer. It is the cancer that needs to be healed. There is no right or wrong within politics, but politics will change definitely into the future for mankind. What has happened to Charlie Kirk is going to be a catalyst of great change to come. It will bring in great revelations and change the future of politics in the United States of America. This will happen in 3 stages. Okay. There will be great votes. For the first time in human history, there will be a new party, a new way of thinking, a new understanding. But before then, there will be great chaos. Watch for 3 people who will come forth from your left side, who will want votes and great change for gun control across the United States of America. There will be agree to disagree, and there will be great change, and states and borders will also change. On the 10th month, on the 10th hour of the 10th day of 2026, the United States of America will face a great revelation. I have an interference here now. Sorry. He's with the children. He's with all the children. And he's with his family. That's why he was wanting to save the children. They're all around him, and Jesus is with him. All the little children. Great change to come. Who is this? I'm just channeling different people here. Great change. This is my higher self. Sorry, this is my higher self. To come, borders will change. Masses will come from borders. This will not be through illegal immigrants. This is through fear. This is through floods. They need to get them in. They are coming over the borders. The plains are flat. The sky is red. It is a time of great urgency. The 26th will come into play with this. The 26th and the 27th. I see people gathering. there will be two people who will leave quickly. There is different people exiting. Some need to be on the other side and some need to be here. It's like we're stepping into our roles. It's like chess. We're all on the chessboard. Okay. It's definitely targeted energy there with that young man. What did this? Definitely. There's a break in our timelines. Something's not right here. And all we can do is just keep our faith. Whatever you believe in, keep strong. Keep strong and carry on, as we see in Britain. Okay. We need to watch for the lights in the skies. The new technology that is going to start taking place. And I've said this before, 10 years from now it will be unrecognisable. 5 years from now will be unrecognisable. There is a man. He is slim to the face. Very good looking. I do not recognise this man. I do from a past life, but not in this life. It's like he's there and we know him, but he's not really in the public eye. And he's talking about the technology, and he's talking about the mark that we will take, that he wants us to take. This man is the Antichrist. Christ consciousness is within us all. The rapture is not what you think it is. We will not be sucked off this planet. This is happening now. The ascension is the rapture. It is taking us into a higher frequency, into a higher dimension. It's a new understanding. Understanding each other. Understanding we don't have to agree. If everybody agreed, what a boring old world it would be. But there's an imbalancement what took place. 3 demons were unleashed through a great porthole which was made by man. Through their technology, they've been messing on with God's energy, breaking timelines. They will be stopped. There's a man in Germany. I do not know his name. He will stand and make great revelations. It's fading out now in a minute. We must protect the children from what is to come. They will not win. They have tried this many times before. And we have done this many times before. Not just on this planet, on other planets too. Some of you may remember me. Or I may remember you. This time it's the technology. We used this technology the last time. We can't remember because we had our memories wiped. The technology will be brought in again. We will be brought up to date. Watch for the cubes. Watch for the cubes. He will rise and he will come in as the Saviour, but he is not a Saviour. There will be a dark time on earth great storms, great change. And you must remember my words when things look so bleak, that the greatest word that you can say to protect you or your family is the word no. It was given to us by God. Remember that. They will try with their votes to bring into power a law, bring it forth, an old law to ban the guns in the United States of America. But certain states they will not be able to touch. This will divide the country. This will change the states. But it will bring in new laws. For a short time, it would look like a prison. And after the pulling, the tune and the throwing, they will come to a new agreement. And the letter A will come into force within a law across the United States of America. I see the children. I see the children of the future. Not the ones in the middle timeline. The ones who are starving, the ones who are trapped. The ones who can't get their benefits because they will not take the mark. They will not win. They will never win. We say no. The future will be bright in the end. There will be many who will join. There will be new movements. There will be new governments formed. There will be a new understanding. Can now have Running Star, my great guide. Civil unrest will take place across the United States of America and across the United Kingdom and Europe. This system will fall. It will become too much. We must prep. We must all come together. We have to watch the water. We have to pack water. The letter J, K and J, will rise in the United Kingdom. And she will be the one who will dish out the parcels. She will be the one who will organise the mess. The lady with the golden hair, who is grieving right now. Her soul is fire. Her soul is angry. She has a forked tongue. She is native in spirit. They may have taken down her husband, but they will never take down her. Watch for this woman rising. Watch for this woman coming into power. the ancient ones, the ancient natives. Their souls roam the plains of the United States of America. They are unsettled because white man took their lands. All these ancient ancestors are back. And they will work through certain people. These are soul contracts. We are all working in different groups and collectives. We are all working together. There will be great votes. The woman with the long golden hair will fight for people's rights in courts, in high courts. Give me a minute, just a minute. Ring a rosies, pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all are down. They will try something. There'll be another virus. $20, $19 and $20 is coming in here. 19 and 20 could be the 19th or the 20th. Watch for great change in India and Pakistan. Everybody's all going through and playing out their karmic roots. Japan will also face great change. Globally, we need to watch for the cubes. They are already here. They are working amongst us. They are working and living amongst us. They came in 2018 when the Sunspot Observatory went down. The FBI were everywhere. The post office. They landed, they came. They knocked off all of the observatories at the same time, so nobody could see what was happening. There will be great riots. Sorry, I'm jumping here. Great riots. After the great speech, after the Charlie Kirk's funeral, there will be great change for Donald Trump, the President Donald Trump. I see J.D. Vance in the White House. Now, I don't know if this is temporary or fully. This is what I'm being shown, okay? The man with the flaming hair. We need to watch for the man with the flaming hair. The red hair. On news, making a discovery. Do not take the Kool-Aid. Great trickery. They never went away. In 1944, they never went away. They just went underground. They are still here. They are still with us. Within societies. A great movement will take place. Great change is upon us. It's all a distraction. after the man with the red flaming hair. 2 men will be on world news with great discoveries for mankind. There will be a launch of a new monetary system. And the new trade bridge will be announced. J.D. Vance will have to do 2 important roles within 6 months. He will have to stand and take on 2, not 1, but 2 important roles within 6 months. Civil unrest, civil unrest. There's more. The people that have been taken out over the years. Behind the scenes is the same people. Not to walk in fear, but to stay vigilant. There will be 2 main figures in the United Kingdom which will also go suddenly. The 8th and the 9th, I fear for Donald Trump. He must take care. Underground systems, underground, subways, worry, problems, smoke. Be careful. I'm now being pulled off Earth and I'm looking down onto Earth and I'm seeing it looks like the City of Angels, you know, like the film The City of Angels. And there's the angels and they're all surrounding. They are all surrounding the planet. They are so busy. We are not suffering because we felt we lost part of a light, what left the earth. We are suffering because we are feeling a loss of an angel. I'm going to say this again, and I haven't been smoking anything, right? We are not struggling and suffering because we associated with Charlie Kirk, because being all Christ consciousness and that. We are feeling a loss of it. He was an earth angel. I'm sorry, I'm feeling it, and I don't care if it upset anybody or whatever. He was an earth angel. He was here on a mission to change things. And there's many more. Lots of water, lots of rain. I'm going back to these people and they're trying to get in over borders. But it's not like illegal immigrants. They're scared. Just everybody's trying to get over a border. It reminds us a bit of the scene, a bit like the War of the Worlds, you know. Have you ever seen that film? And you've got Tom Cruise, what plays the part, and then he's trying to get onto the ferry. Is it like a boat thing? He's trying to get onto that before the things come out of the water. I'm seeing a situation like that, and I'm not saying things are going to start coming out of the water, but there's going to be a problem with water. I want you to remember that. Right, move us on. Give us 2 minutes. Now I'm going to say something. Earth angels aren't perfect. Earth angels have to have a bit of oomph about them. So we are spirit beings in a meat suit. We are part of all source. Some people are fairy elementals, some people are earth angels, some people are starseeds, some people are just earthlings. There's nothing wrong with that. We all come back here to do our part. And I believe he was an earth angel. So they tend to be warriors, earth angels. They tend to be different. They don't fit in with everybody else. They're different. And that's who he was. He was an earth angel. So it's not about judging. You've just got to try and lift out of the situation. You might not have agreed with everything he said. But he was there to, he was on a mission. But we are also being greatly tricked, so you have to watch, all right? There's certain people within the public eye which I would not put them in the same category. But it's a case of just going with what you need to follow, taking what you need. Don't take everything what I say. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I'm just doing my bit here. I'm just the girl what talks to the wall in the back kitchen. Let's see if I can get anything else. London's going to face great change. Great change in London. Right. The rise and the fall of Europe. Ooh. Mass migration coming from Europe. What am I getting here? Sometimes I can't read a year out, so possibly watch for that. We need to prep. Okay. Let's be so biblical this Christmas. How we lost this. Many of us have talked about this, where we felt we lost the spirit of Christmas. It had become too Luciferian. It was all about commercialized and money. They started hyping up with the presents and money this and money that, and it was always about money, right? And sometimes, the system became very false, didn't it? And it's like everything's just going to fall, and then even the rich people aren't going to be able to go out and buy what they want to buy because something's going to happen. And it's going to bring back the spirit of Christmas, what it's all about. The world map will change. The continents will change. Structural. Going back to the USA, the states will change through new laws. New laws. See a lot of schools, they look like prisons. I don't know what's going to happen. So there's going to be something about voting and trying to get the guns stopped or restricted, or new laws. It's going to change everything. There's 2 or 3 main things that Erica Kirk will take on, and this is part of her life mission. She's got to grieve, and she's in a very strange place at the minute, bless her. But She's got 3 big things, apart from bringing her children up. There's 3 big missions that she has to do here. And she signed this with Charlie before they came, before they were created. They came from a different place, somewhere. Maybe it's she an earth angel too. Yeah. So they signed a soul contract in that she would finish it off. Vice versa, whoever went first, they would finish it off. And she's going to do that. She actually has said, hasn't she? She's promised she's going to continue her husband's work. But this is a soul contract. It's a definite soul contract. Anything else that I'm getting? I don't like forcing it. It's something about Christmas, and I'm being shown the church, the Vatican and the church. There's some big news coming out there. Definitely. I do feel I need to send holy protection out to all people who are in the public eye, who are doing the truth-seeking work and the free speech stuff and all of that. I feel that there's the day this happened to Charlie, it's a target to everybody who's basically, it's like they're not hiding it anymore. They're just showing it, And you're going to say, there's a bigger picture than this young man, because I actually think that it's angels and demons out there. I really do. There's going to be a temptation. It's dark, it's raining. And then, when we are so dark and so desperate for food or light or heat, temptation will be sent our way. But the temptation is a great trick from the beast. Like Adam and Eve, with Eve and the apple in the garden. We have to be very careful of temptation, because this mark will give us everything if we take this mark. That's what they will say. You can have everything you want. The life you want, the credit you want. You can travel the world. You don't need a passport. But if you don't take it, you will be demonized off out of society. It's the temptation. Many will take it. Many will take it. Great laws will change across our lands by April of 2026. Expect a storm. Expect great change. There will be great change across our countries. There is some demons walking amongst us as well, who are living in our politics. There is this spirit of certain demons that will rise. But a great warrior, a woman from the east, will take them down. I've said this before, her voice will bellow across lands. We must not worry, from the west to the east. It is the east to the east that may cause world war. But an angel will stop this. An angel will change the destiny path. We are all where we need to be. Points in action. precisely where we need to be to do what we need to do. This is mission control of Earth. Then there'll be great change, and the rise from the crystal children and the joy they will bring onto our lands. We will rise, and then there'll be an acceptance. The book was never finished. The book is now starting again. We've all come back to finish the book. Each and every one of us are here to do our bit. After the beast will fall, Jesus will come. Then we will all unite. And from control, they will change the crystal. They will change the crystal grid and free the ones entrapped with the mark. We will all live as one. We will all live in harmony again. We will all have a revelation. I've had this before, little Joseph Green, the boy from the future. He shows me what it will be like. J.D. Vance's wife is on a mission too. She signed a soul contract to be there for the Kirks. They've been sisters before in a past life. They are soul sisters. Erica and J.D. Vance's wife. A woman will disable the beast. We are preparing for this. We are preparing for the rise. She holds Callie's spirit, and she will be the one who will take down the beast. I have said too much. I will be back. I'm going through a whirlpool here. I'm going through like a whirling sort of, looks like someone up in Doctor Who. I'm like looking through. Great cities will change. After great floods, there will be great floods. Then there will be peace. There will be no borders. There will be peace. There will be acceptance. There will be the crystal grid. There'll be the Great Plains. And then there's going to be a society of different beings living amongst us. All living as one. Acceptance. The rise of New Earth. We are in a time where where science is meeting religion. We are rewriting the new book. It was stopped. Many books were taken. Many were taken. That's why we are all doing what we are doing. So we can't all be the same. It's impossible. We are all the lights. We are all the lighthouses of Mother Earth, of Gaia. It's not about right or left. It's about what's right and what's wrong. It's about compassion. What God would want. When your enemy is suffering, Do you revel in that? Or do you have compassion? Were they really your enemy? It's facing out now. See little Joseph Green. A child from the future, in a future timeline. There'll be farming. Farming's going to take a massive... After something, what's going to happen on Mother Earth with the soil as well. I don't know why I'm getting that. But then there's going to be great farming land again. Farmers are going to rise. We will fight for the light. And we will receive the sun again. Something's going to dim the sun out. Something's going to change the planet with water. But we will fight for the light and rise. And when the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. I hope you've enjoyed that. One more thing. Remember, people are here to do what they need to do. We're in times of great trickery. Charlie's not the first and he won't be the last. There's more shocks to come. And we need to prepare for this. And we need to stand strong. We need to stand strong. We need to send lots of love out to everybody in politics from both sides. Okay? And this is not just for the US, this is for the UK as well. This is for everywhere. There's a lot of shocks coming out for the UK. In France as well. I'm getting Germany very strong tonight and I don't know why. Germany's going to play a big part in something. Also as well, there's going to be there's been a rise with the Russian Empire and there's going to be a great fall for Putin. And I'm going to leave that one with you. Okay? So take care. God bless wherever you all are around the world. I hope you have enjoyed that. It's been a bit different, but I just needed to do something different. And I'm sending you love and protection and know that we are all going to be okay. It's funny how the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. Is there going to be a big freeze? Is there going to be a great melt? Is there going to be something what's going to happen to the seas? Is something's going to change in the sky to do with the weather? Are we going to have a block out of the sun? It's not just about the financial system changing. Something godly is going on. And we have to prepare for this, but trust in the process. And knowing that we will be taken great care of. We've come this far. I hope that's helped, guys. And I'll see you again soon. May the force be with you all. Good night. Now, how do I get it with God? What's happened to me here? How do you get out of here?